guys, it is Courtney. How are we? Actually, I should turn my car off so you can actually hear me. So I am hanging out in the parking lot waiting to go into the gym, but I haven't been on here for a little while, and I realized that there's some stuff that I wanted to talk about, so I thought I would jump on. So a lot of you guys saw my post earlier on the last 90-day challenge, and this is totally not my thing, just something that I jumped on. Christine actually brought it up to us, and so I jumped onto it. So I don't know if you guys know who Rachel Hollis is. Hey Ian, and give me a hello, give me a hi when you jump on. But Rachel Hollis wrote the book Girl Wash Your Face, and she's kind of a motivational speaker, and she's really funny, and she has some really good content about just life and living the way you're supposed to live and just being a good person and that kind of stuff. So she's doing a last 90 days. Hi Christine, I was just talking about you. So she's doing a last 90-day challenge, and so the idea behind it is super cool in the fact of like how many of us decide to sort of give up between October and January, right? Like we give up on our nutrition, we give up on working out, we give up on our business goals, and we do this weird thing, hi Jennifer, where we just like put life on hold because we're like, oh, it's the holidays, it's, you know, I'll start at the new year, which, come on you guys, it's like starting a diet on Monday, like it never comes, it doesn't happen. So I love her idea of like, basically she said, if you're on the 10th floor already, why do you want to go back to the first floor just so you can start over at the beginning of the year? And it is so true, right? And I think the other thing about coming to this time of the year, either I feel like people either love it or hate it or whatever. I love fall, I love winter, I love Christmas, like I love the holidays, and I tend to not let that stress get to me as much as possible. And of course the sun's gonna move now, so I try not to let that get to me. But I think so many of us we get caught up in the hustle and the bustle of the holidays, and we just sort of forget about ourselves, and we don't put ourselves first, and we don't put our businesses first, and we don't, like, whatever. So her idea is just that you go into the last 90 days strong, instead of like falling off. And so I think it's super cool. So I just wanted to start a group with people that I know, do a Facebook group so that we can all just stay accountable to each other. So she started it yesterday, and she sent 5 things that you should do to thrive for the week. And so I just thought the idea would be that we could all, you know, post what we're doing. One of the things was, what food are you giving up? And I can't remember the other ones. So I just wanted to keep us all accountable, have a good time with it. I'll share some of my insights in there too, if you guys want, and anyone else would be awesome that we can communicate and talk and just kind of like rock this 90 days, because it's always more fun with accountability, and it's always more fun with friends. Okay, so there's that. I also really want to talk about gratitude, and I listened to one of her videos. She must have done this last year, and it just popped up on my YouTube, and her thing was gratitude triggers, and I was like, oh, that's kind of a cool idea. So the thought is that obviously we all need to practice gratitude. Like, you can't be upset and grateful at the same time. It just doesn't work. Like, you physically can't have those two emotions. So I do a lot of gratitude. I do it in the morning. I write my gratitude. I write my intentions. I do it at night. But her idea was like to do a gratitude trigger, so that something that triggers you, that frustrates you, that gets in your head, make that a gratitude trigger, right? And so her thing was like, say you live in a busy town, or you drive in a lot of traffic. Every time you get in traffic, that's your gratitude trigger. And so whatever your rule is, you have to come up with 3 things that you're grateful for, or whatever. And and her idea too was like, come up with things that you're grateful for, that like you can't do the same thing every day, right? Like, we're all grateful for our kids most of the time. Like, come up with things you're actually grateful for. And when you start to do that, it really is cool. So last night, so my kids are 5 and 2. Skylar's almost 3, but I'm going to call her 2 as long as I can. So I was like, hey, let's do gratitude before we go to bed. And so they both go to bed with me, or I go to bed with them, or however you want to talk about it. But I was like, let's talk about what we're grateful for. And I was like, Carson, do you know what gratitude is? She's my oldest. And she was like, no. And I was like, what are you thankful for? Like, what do you have in your life that you're thankful for? And so she named, I can't remember what she said first. Oh, I think she said Glennon and Tiff. She said, I'm thankful that Olivia played with me on the playground today, which was really cute. So then I asked Skylar something. I said, honey, what are you grateful for? And I think she said Barbies, right? I don't think she understands the concept, but she actually did pretty good at it. So I did what I was grateful for. And she, said she was grateful for Grandma Kathy, because Grandma Kathy had just left, and I'm sure she's grateful for all of her family. But it was really cool and just made my heart happy. And so I think hearing other people's gratitude is really cool. And of course it's cool to hear it from your kids, but it's just really cool to hear it from each other. So I would love for you guys to post what you're grateful for. If you want in the group, just comment here, comment on my last post. But there is this thing about gratitude that is just brings you joy, right? And you guys know I'm all on this mission for happiness. So that's part of it. And it's getting really hot in my car. So I'm going to open this door and see if it's not so crazy hot. So, and then the other thing I wanted to talk about is universal intelligence. And so you guys know a lot that I've been doing Hungry for Happiness. Of course, there's going to be a squeaky car right now. And a lot of what we're doing is getting out of our heads, getting into our bodies, understanding what's going on emotionally with us, why we do things that we do, all that kind of stuff. And so for me, it's been very interesting because I am a logical thinker a lot, and I'm learning to not logic through things, which has been crazy. Like I did breath work on Sunday, and it's literally like 20 minutes of belly breath, chest breath, exhale. And it was crazy, you guys. I literally came downstairs and I was like, I'm becoming a hippie. Brandon's like, what are you talking about? I was like, this stuff is crazy. Like, I've never done anything like that. It is amazing. Like, I feel light. I feel free. I literally sort of felt like I was on drugs. It was so weird. And so it's so amazing what your body can do if you let it. So the other part of that, though, is that everything you think will come to fruition. I mean, it is so true. And I know you've probably all done this and you're like, oh, that was a coincidence. It's not a coincidence. Okay. So when you want things in your life, be clear about it, write it down, think the right thoughts, put it into the universe, and the universe will deliver. Like, I've been doing this for a couple weeks consciously, and it is crazy how well it works. So if you want something, you've got to listen to your talk. Like, what are you saying? Like, if you want more money, what are you saying about money? If you're saying, I hate money and money's hard to make and all those kind of things, like, you're never going to get more money. But if you want abundance, be in abundance, right? Like, whatever you need, be more of that. So, like, if you want abundance, be abundance. If you want more money, talk about why you want that money. And, like, money is not a bad thing. What do you want to do with it? What's it going to allow you? Like, who can you help? Like, put that stuff into the world. And so this morning, my, yes, Christine, my computer died. And so yesterday I was doing all this weird stuff. It like barely would boot and it was super frustrating. This morning I plugged it in and it would beep and then nothing. It wouldn't come on. And I'm like, oh, awesome. So 3 months ago, Courtney would have been worst case scenario. It's probably dead. I probably need a new computer. How am I going to afford that? All of those thoughts. That's the story I would have told myself, right? So today I was like, well, I'm going to go to Best Buy. I'm going to see what they say. If I need to drop it off, I'll drop it off. It is what it is, right? So I had this just whatever. It's no big deal. It's just going to be fine. So I went in. Turns out it was an internal battery thing. Apparently my computer has one of those, like, you stick a paperclip in it and it restarts. And he did that and it was totally fine. And it cost me nothing. But my attitude about all of it has changed so much. And I cannot explain, like, how much more fun life is when it's easy and you're not in struggle. Like, so much, I'm totally going on a rant, you guys, but like, so many of us get addicted to struggle, and I was there. Like, I was addicted to food struggle, I was addicted to money struggle, like, I was addicted to struggle because I didn't know any different, and now I just feel peaceful. And so, like, learning that everything we think, everything we do, you know, like, really paying attention to what are we thinking and how does that affect how we act, how does that affect us physically, like, where are we? And so that's really my biggest thing, of just trying to tap into that and really be conscious of what you're saying to yourself, what you're putting into the universe, and what do you really want, right? And so, and what are you willing to deal with in your life, and what are you not willing to deal with anymore? So anyway, those are my thoughts. I'm excited about the last 90 days. I cannot believe that it's October already. Like, this year has gone by so fast, and they say the older you get, the faster it goes, and like every year, obviously, we all get older. I think it's totally true. So any of you that want to join, I think it would be awesome. It's just going to be positive and supportive. Just going to be a Facebook group where we can all chat and share, and again, hearing other people's gratitude and their goals and what they're doing is just motivating, right? Momentum keeps momentum, and if you stay on a path with people that are motivated and have momentum, you're going to do that too. So anyway, that's what I know for today. Thank you guys. Sorry about the crazy sun. My lives are just what they are. But anyway, drop me a line if you want to be in that group. Guys, girls, whatever. Rachel Hollis runs it. I mean, it's her last 90 days, but her husband's doing a ton of stuff with her. So any gender, anybody that wants to just, have a rockin' last 90 days and have a fun community, let me know. So thanks, guys. Hope you're having a great day, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Hey, Ryan, good job going to CrossFit in Spain. I'm proud of you, my friend.